Good afternoon. It's Christmas Eve. We've got one less Eve in our Eves. Can you imagine if people started saying that like on January? Hey, well, happy or Merry Christmas Eve, 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 Eve. 5 minutes later. Eve, 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 Eve. But good thing they don't do that. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure if they did, they lose count. It's like, I think I'm somewhere in the 300s. I hope. But no, they don't do that, and I'm not going to either anymore. So, all right, so here we go. Got me a little bit of Krampus going on. I got me a little bit of Krampus. It's this is him so far. He's coming together. I'm not sure what I feel about the white here. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with more of a gray on his shirt. And it just feels like it's the wrong vibe. Maybe even a brown tan t-shirt. Just go the full on the tans and browns. But okay, so this is his anti-Santa jacket. But I don't know what this is. And he's got a lot of blankets on. This guy wears a lot of cloaks. I mean, he's got this big kind of evil one that's capturing all of the hands of the children. And then he's got this middle tier one. And he's got this thing. He must get cold. I don't know. But he wears a lot of stuff. And there's some chain link on this thing I got to paint. I'm going to have to clean up the red a little because this rope thing kind of bled. When I put down stuff. He's got these tassels on there. Gonna need to clean those up. So yeah, I got a little ways to go on him. I also got his base that I want to get him glued onto so I can stop fiddling with him. So I thought about raising up the snow a bit and putting some of the water stuff I have that's like, and it just makes it look like there's water on the ground. And I'm thinking about kind of putting it going in from this mud. And that's kind of one of my things. So let's go ahead and grab the water. Vallejo water texture right here. Works pretty good. Now this stuff I'll probably have to use with a brush on this. Because I'm really literally going to just paint it on. I don't want very much of it. Just enough to cause like a moisture look on the ground. Then I haven't decided if this is a rock. If this is a rock or if this is... let's see, is my camera set? I feel like it's weird. No, it's there. Maybe I just have it too. Oh, there. Okay. All right, so this is... I'm trying to decide if this is a rock. I mean, it looks like a rock, right? It's not just a mound of dirt. I don't know. And then, of course, I got Santa, who I've kind of cheated and put the chrome plate on him, and I was going to do NMM, but I like the way this looks, except now I've got to deal with the other colors I have to decide if I'm going to keep that. It's very shiny. I still got to do something with the outer edges, because it does look like it's still red armor. It's just got a chrome. It just shows the shininess as I put that thin coat of red over the top. So I don't know. We'll see. I gotta highlight him, clean him up, get those borders and areas popping a little bit. Still got to do his belt. So yeah, I got still parts and pieces of him that need to be completed. I've got Krampus's back thing here, but I feel like it's still too tan. Maybe I'll just go all in and make it the same as this, similarly. And then I'll use like a light color like that on the outer parts. Dry brush it maybe. Get it to look like a basket. And so yeah, I kind of like the way I did my fog and junk in there. I might do the same thing in here. And I got to paint these children. Yeah, so that's some things to do. I gotta finish this base. I gotta decide how. 'Cause I don't need to paint the whole thing really. I mean, a lot of it's covered, right? All right, so let's do stuff. Not to mention I still have to finish Santa's sword and his shield. So I got stuff to do. Stuff to do for sure. And I've only got... How much time do I got today? I have about an hour and a half before people are going to get here. I've kind of got myself ready, so that's good. That means I don't have to worry about, oh, I got to do this, this, and this before people get here. I don't have to. I did all that. All my thises are complete. Also, I got to do a little bit on him. I was going to try to... Let's do that. Let's take a quick break. Pause. Go back one. Let's go to the Desert Beholder. I am going to try... I have some... where is... I don't... Is it this one? Evil Sun Scarlet. Nah, that's not it. I have like a really bloody looking red that I think I used on his teeth, as a matter of fact. And it was pretty good. I'm going to try to use something similar on his skin. Let's see here. Slaughter Red. Here we go. Slaughter Red. Pretty dark. But I'm gonna add some gloss varnish to it. And then... yeah, I'm going to add some gloss varnish to it. I don't have a... Where's my gloss varnish? Is this it? Yeah. Just want it to be really... Yeah, that might be too dark, actually. Maybe I don't want it that dark. I want it to be more like... I got a... Maybe like that red? Express color red? Express colors are meant for seeping into... Alright, we'll do that. We'll go express color red in the cracks of his upper body. I'm just trying to... I'm a little torn on what exactly it needs. I think he's pretty good, but I feel like... Yeah, you know what? Maybe I should just leave him. He actually looks pretty good. I don't know. The more I look at him, the more I'm happy with him. That's good. I think I'm going to leave it. Let's not fiddle with it. Let's not fiddle with him. I think he's good enough. I got to get him packed and wrapped and all that other stuff, but... Ow, whoa, my shoulder's really popping today. It's really sore. I did a lot of pull-ups and back stuff yesterday, so the muscle's probably sore. I was thinking he needed more, but you know what? I don't think he does. I think he's adequately cool. So... sometimes you just got to know when to stop, you know. So I got to figure out how to pack him up now. I'm gonna put him in. I'm gonna find a small box for him, and wrap him up. He's a gift. So, all right, let's go back to Krampus. All right. Krampus, Krampus, Krampus. I guess I don't need these. All right, so let's find... wish I... You're back to us. Oh, here he goes again, man. He's all indecisive again. That's really brown. I'm like, I know, I'm being indecisive, but nobody's here to give me ideas, man. I need somebody to give me ideas. I'm trying to decide if I want that t-shirt to be that color, or if I just want to make it kind of a... All right. I think I was using the Barbarian Flesh for my highlights. And then I was using, what else did I use here? Honed Steel for my metal. What is this? Nightmare Black. What is Nightmare Black? It's a Reaper paint, I know that much. Did I use plate mill at all? Nope. I used plate mill on something. Oh, plate mill I used on a Santa Claus. Desolate brown. That's a definite brown color there. It's kind of weird how it shows these shades, and there's like, I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine what that would come out close to looking like on anybody. But that's a dark color. I mean, that's like a... I mean, that was literally a contrast paint, or a shadow shader. Olive skin, that was Santa Claus. Black and brown, very dark brown. I think I will use a tad of this on that piece of wood sticking out of his... Actually, let's use a Desolate Brown. Let's do that one. Desolate Brown it is. You've convinced me. We're gonna do some Desolate Brown on just for the shading on this wood. So to look a bit more wood-like. There you go. But that really streamed away. There you go. That's better. I want it to be more dark. Closer to a more obvious, just a rotten, dirty black log. I mean, it's not black, but, you know, dark brown. And I don't exactly know why he has a log in his shoulders. But he does. So, that said, let's go ahead and put a little of this on his staff. Why not? Staff can be dark wood woodsy staff. And he's got this scythe too, which I don't know if that's supposed to be a blade or just what that is. Can't tell. But this is wood for sure. Then I have this Gorgon brown. Is that the new one I got? I don't know what that is. It's just a Gorgon brown. That's a game color though. Where did I put the Desolate Brown? I just had it a second ago. Oh, right in front of me. I don't know why the Desolate Brown is... Like I said, it shows these colors here, and it's like, it's that color. It might, a little bit of that other colors might come through, maybe, but it's like I put this way over here, and it's just like spreading like crazy. It's not even close to the... Alright, just trying to give his staff a little bit of flavor, even though I wish I wasn't holding it while I did this, but I haven't gotten this base done enough to glue the guy on, and therefore I can't assemble him completely, because a lot of these things kind of lean on the base. Oh, I got the lights way over here on my face, sorry. I keep bumping them. Not what I was trying to do, just... So this is not a bad contrast paint. Some of them really do what they're supposed to do, and some of them less so, but this one seems to be pretty good about it. I mean, the whole thing is it's supposed to go into the seams, leave enough shade and shadow on the outside. Just to make things look natural, right? Trying to get that shadowing effect. I do like the wet look better though. Sometimes the wet look is perfect, and then you're like, it dries and it goes to a mediocre color. And I went running around today. Didn't want to. The plan was to stay home and just paint and do other stuff. That went down out the window when I realized we don't have Santa paper. Shh, quiet. You know, the kind of paper that only Santa wraps in. And we didn't have any. We just had regular paper. Regular old Christmas wrap. And so I had to go shopping. And... they ended up going to multiple stores because they didn't have any, or it wasn't that they didn't have paper, they just didn't have the one I wanted. They didn't have one, I was being picky. It has to be the right kind of paper for me. It's traditional, man. It's tradition. It's what we use. Same style of paper. Every year. Not the same design, same style. Same theme. Santa paper. And yep, I know all my kids are full grown adults, but they know better than to tell us they don't believe Santa. It's like everybody kind of, it's just the thing, you know? Santa comes to our house every year. It's just the way it is. He knows we are good, and he knows when we're awake, which is kind of creepy, but he does. And of course, we're always good and not bad, so. Hey, Santa Miguel, how you doing? Hello. Hello to you. How you doing this fine almost Christmas Eve? Okay, I'm gonna need more paint. This one's kind of dried up. I also gotta paint that candle. At least I got some color on the staff, right? So what's the latest? What's been going on with you? I haven't I haven't spoke to you in a while. Oh, you actually sent a file, huh? What'd you send? Let me see what you said. I'm trusting you that this is an okay file. I'm just downloading stuff. The general rule says don't just download files. What are you doing, man? I'm gonna go with it's all right. I can trust. It's gonna make me install a RAR viewable zip tool, huh? Don't know. Okay, where did I put it? There it is. All right. Oh, there it is. Ending soon. Starting soon. Oh, you did some more images, huh? All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. I'll pop this up just a minute. Let's see what you got. Cam AVI. Let's see what that says. Should I play it in a video player? Oh, okay. Can't play it there. Right, that's not going to play. Probably have the wrong tool. I don't know what to open an AVI tool in. It's probably not going to work because this tool, obviously, it's not an audio video image. So I have to open it up in something else. What is this one? This is an MP4. So that one should be open in a video player. Merry Christmas. That's actually pretty cool. Very cool. What is this starting soon one?
In sports, a starting lineup is a list of players.
Oh my gosh. Alexa, stop. Sheet, grayscale, I don't know. PDF? Right. What is this? Score sheet of some kind? Let's look at the ending soon. Oh, I can't because it won't open now. For some reason that doesn't want to open. I can't open that on my phone. Do I open it up in Photos? Nope. It's just a black screen. I don't know what that is. So I can't open that. I don't know. The only thing I can open is this post because it opens up in my video player, but the other stuff doesn't open. It's cool though. Pixelfy. It's very nice Christmassy. But these other ones, I don't know what to do with. I'll have to look. I'll check them out on my computer later. I apparently don't have a tool that can open these. Audio. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what can open InShot. Or open it. I try to open it in Photos. That doesn't do anything. Nope. Oh well, I'll take a look at it later. I can't open it on my phone. But thanks for sending that. I will definitely look at it when I get a chance. Hey, Christmas image is kind of cool. I'll see what I probably have some better file viewers on my phone or on my computer than I do on my phone. My hands are a bit dry. Need to get a little lotion on them. Got any big plans for the holidays? Anybody doing anything spectacular? Going skiing? If you're near skiing, going family vacations? Or are you just going to hang out and spend time with those you love nearby? That's what we're doing. We're going to be going by. We do our usual. We usually do open presents in 3 times a day. We get up and we open Santa presents and then we stop. And then we have breakfast and enjoy a meal together a little bit, just kind of playing with the stuff we've got, little enjoying our first round of gifts. And after that, after everybody's eaten and showered and done whatever they wanted to do, because you get up and you kind of start your day, and everybody just kind of goes, nobody's really prepped for the day. So then we sit down again and we open up the rest of our presents. Usually that's when like older kids will show up. They come for breakfast and stuff, and then we open all the rest of our presents together. So that's usually a couple hours after we open like the early presents. And then we head down to my folks' house and we open presents there. Now, not as much presents go on over there because it's kind of that's our we just go and have dinner or dinner or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. We have like a gift exchange. A lot of the adults do like a gift exchange. It's like $100. It's a pretty big one actually, but because we spend pretty much as siblings and my parents and stuff all get in on it. My children don't usually get in on it, so I don't know what they want to do. But usually, I think my parents buy them gifts anyway, even though they're all adults. Usually, that's how it's been traditionally. But we will see. Don't know what to expect as they get older and more mature, and I don't know what the grandparents are going to keep doing. But let's finish this. Back to the task. I've decided I'm going to spread some more of this white on there. I'm going to build the snow up a little bit more. Probably don't need these, but yeah, whatever. They're on. They're staying. This time, instead of just I'm actually going to let it blend in and actually look like it's... I don't want to be held back by... I want this to be a full-on... See, I can tell that it's lower. I don't want it lower. I want this snow to be higher. I am going to have it, really just want it to look like it's receding from, I won't say in fear of, but just in response to the heat that the evil of Krampus provides. And then, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take my water and my water stuff, and it's going to be very thin, but I'm just going to put a thin layer around the edges of it so that it looks like it's wet, like the snow is receding from Krampus. So that's this one. Where is... I guess I have it right now. All right, let's do this. So I had another person contact me the other day. Sarah, Senna Michelle. Um, trying to wants to do the same thing. Um, but I told him no. But I'm really just not looking for it. I just don't want to spend any more money. Too poor. Too poor. I still owe you a little bit, don't I? Make sure you send me a PayPal request or whatever it is that I forgot what we did for the difference. What I owe you. You know my PayPal. I know your ID now. I might even have to bring that snow up a little higher. I was thinking about I need to bring it up to this rock as well, but worry about that in a minute. Trying to decide if I should paint this rock like a rock. Let's I don't know. Then we got these little stumps down here too. I don't know what to paint those like. It's too dark. Probably should just do like a green dry brush on it. And I always think rocks have to be gray. Do rocks have to be gray? No, I got to think of better ways to paint rocks. And its texture isn't that of a rock, right? That's what's throwing me off too, because I think it's kind of got the texture of a... All right, well, we'll continue with that in a minute. Should I take a break on that and move on to Santa for a bit? All right, let's get some chain on here. Let's go honed steel. Let's go find my honed steel and get those chain links painted, and we'll start working from there. What do you got? Home steel. Now, I was originally painting these to be black, um, black chain link. You know, so you can kind of see it's been painted back like a chain that's not. A chain that's, what do you call it? Been painted black, but I said, well, I don't think Krampus would do that. He's too lazy. He's a bad guy. He's more concerned about just doing bad, not looking bad. He just looks bad because he's dirty. But now, I guess you could have it be like, what do you call it? Black, not corrosion, but just aging. The ball moves around in here pretty good, so there's plenty of moisture in there. I'm having trouble getting it to go. That should do it. There we go. Don't need a lot. I mean, he's got a fair amount of chain, but it's not like, I mean, he's a still only chain. It's not a, how much can you actually expect that to be that much chain? So you can see the chain link kind of running down here, and so we'll. Now, why does Krampus have chain on his cloak? I have no idea, but it is. He has it, so I have to deal with it. Maybe it's part of his penance, you know. These bad guys always seem to be doing what they're doing because they're being tortured, or it's their punishment or whatever. Kind of like, what is it? Bob Marley, Scrooge's partner. Had to carry chain around all his afterlife and try to warn Scrooge. No, Scrooge, of course, was like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm a good guy. No, he's like, bah humbug, you're not real. You'll think a lot different, Mr. Scrooge, when my friends, past, present, and future, pay you a visit. I gotta admit, though, it'd be kind of creepy. Some ghost wearing a bunch of chains came up to me, started telling me about how bad I was and the punishment I'm gonna have to deal with. You gotta wonder though, how did Scrooge rate? I mean, how come he was given a chance to redeem himself? I mean, Mr. Marley didn't get that chance. His buddy, all he did was get a life, of infinity of lugging around chains and an opportunity to warn Scrooge. It's not fair. How many people do you think would actually change their life if they were visited by ghosts that told them, get your act together or else? I wonder how many people would actually fear the afterlife enough to do anything about it. They'd be like, whew, that was scary, but hey, it's not real. I don't know. You'd have to hope people could change simply by being told, but you know, strangely enough, a lot of times people will change for a week or day or a month. But as was evidence in the Bible, the Israelites, how many times did God keep punishing them? And then they'd go, oh yeah, sorry, we're not going to do it anymore. And then he'd go, all right. And then, a few years later, they're doing it again, and they're like, and he goes, all right, time for punishment again. And they do it again, and they're like, no, kidding, we won't do it anymore. That was just a fluke. We promise never do it again. And God's like, all right, here's another chance. And then they go, sure enough, 2 years later, off they go again. People say God's not a forgiving God. He gave them so many chances. Even then, he still sent his son down for us. It's like, sheesh. He's trying really hard to redeem us, but as people, we are stubborn. Everybody just thinks they know the right way. And he gives us all these chances, and we just keep on keeping on. It's like people think that life here on Earth is it. It's like, hey, let's just live our life, man. We don't need to worry about that. That's later. The later is longer than the the present, man. It's like, I feel it's just people just don't get it. I don't know. I get it that people don't want to believe. They don't want to believe. They don't want. I think what it is people just don't want to be told what to do. They don't want to be restricted. People are stubborn. Somebody says that's not the right way to be. You say, hey, don't tell me how to behave. If it's right to me, then it's right. If it's not right to you, well, hey, that's your problem, not me, not mine. But alas, people just go with what they go with. What can you do? All right, so I got a little bit of the chain done there. That's good. Now I got these tassels I got to try to paint. Should I paint them like a variety of colors? Or just paint them dark, like all blue or all brown or all tan? These are just weird. I don't know what to do with them, but they are tassels, so I got to do something with them. They're like hanging off of the blanket there. Call it a blanket. I don't know what it is. A blanket of spirits. Alexa, what are today's NFL scores?
In the NFL, right now, the Steelers are leading the Bengals 24-0 with 15 minutes left in the third quarter.
Guess that's it. Just one game right now, huh? 24-0. Holy moly. That's a whooping and a half. That's only half that third quarter. Alright, I'm going to use my Barbarian Flesh tone here, and I'm going to do a dry brush. I hope this works. I do a dry brush, and then I'm going to have to go back over it and undo the dry brush around it. So let's see how this works. Because this is going to I'm going to end up dry brushing stuff I don't want to dry brush. Because it's just too small, too flat of a surface. But we'll see. We'll go like this. Bloop. And then find my dry brush. So using a little one. Maybe. I don't know. Let's go with a little one. Probably shouldn't. This is my dry brush board. This is what I use to take my paints and clear my dry brush off. Nope, it's kind of what I thought. It's not working. It's just like, it's too, it's like it's either, it's just like it's just not enough surface area to grab the paint in a way that's going to be good. Can't get it to. This one's a little better. Kind of, sort of, maybe kind of, sort of working. Then I have to go back over it with the other one, and I don't know if that's going to work because it's going to be too. Even if I'm precise, it's really hard to get this where you want it without just being a blotch of white in that spot. So yeah, I don't know. But it did call out those signs a little bit, I suppose. But it's going to take some real precise fixing. Dry brushing is definitely an odd bird. It's not a. It's a weird thing to try to do, you know. It works, but it doesn't always work. It doesn't always work like you think, like you wish it would. I got a more medium-esque brush. I wonder if that'll matter. There you go. Well, it definitely called out the details, but I just don't know if I can get it washed back to where I can get the color to where it doesn't look like a white spot. So there's that. texture on this. So I'm trying to get it a little bit of that texture. Oh. Good enough for that. I'll have to see what I can do next. Still gotta figure out how to finish that middle tier too. I don't know what that middle tier thing is. It's got all kinds of its own details. That middle tier has, I don't know, whatever those are. So it's got these like little shells. I don't know what those little shell things are. So, oh, it's tough. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see if that's a little bit better for focus. A little better. I don't have to go quite as high. All right. How about like a dark orange? That's not my dark orange. I just bought a dark orange. Where'd I put it? Oh, here it is. So this is an express color, surprisingly enough. So we'll see how that works. But I'm going to use it as a trim color, so that's going to be weird. It may not be the best strategy, but let's see how bright it is. Just trying to get a feel for what it does. Probably bring this out here like paint. What time is it? No, big play alert. An 80-yard TD just occurred in Bengals Steelers game. Ooh. Somebody scored a big play. Either the Steelers are ripping through them, or that was the Bengals trying to make a comeback. Guess we will know. I guess at some point we'll know. I'm really letting my paints overcome my table again. Nope. This is the wrong paint for this. I can tell already. It doesn't have enough pigment to be a highlight. And it's not bright enough. Nope. Nope. I don't think I'm going to continue with that one. Nope. Okay, so that's a fail. It's the wrong color for that purpose. It's just like, might work in other situations. This is not it. All right, so we got to go back to using red or some form of my own orange red. Let's see if this has any color left in it. Oh, it's definitely orange. Somebody's here. This has enough pigment to do what I want it to. It does call out the trim pretty good. The Krampus's evil robe trim. Okie doke. A little better. Got a little bit of a trim pop. Still too red for me though. Gonna have to tan it up. Give it another tan coat. Really thin, super ooper duper tan. I wanted to go with what I did before. I just kind of dirtied it, and that kind of worked. I don't know if it's exactly what I wanted. And then I will tan it up with my highlight. What was my barbarian flesh, which I can't find it because I used it all up on my dry brushing. I'm gonna use a similar highlight with this one because it's gonna be a similar color. I just want it to have a little reddish change of hue. That's why it's a little bit more red than the rest. But There we go. Getting a little bit of more of that creasy look going. And we will do the same up here. And just kind of keep trying to make sure we get enough contrast going in here. Without, of course, wanting it to be lines, because lines are bad. Gotta get that blending enough. To go over there. Okay. I forgot where I put it. So right now all I'm doing is trying to highlight this rope trim a bit more, trying to get it to be a little bit more, I don't know, called out, I guess is the term. I should just use the same highlight on all of it, huh? This way it's like it all has that same kind of brown tan highlight going on. But I gotta stop. Oh no, I don't. It's 9:30. I thought it was 9:45. Or 9:30. 3:30. 9:30. Oh my gosh, that's insanity. So how do I... Anybody got a suggestion how I put a coat on this guy to protect him, while at the same time, I mean, he's got gloss varnish on his eyes. Obviously, those are pretty good, but do I bother with putting varnish on the rest of him? Just to handle him by his base, you know, keep him healthy, keep him strong. Boy. I've made some progress. I got things going, a little bit more color on it. Like I said, I'm really struggling with this base. So I got to glue him on at some point. And then I got to just deal with the other stuff. You know what? Let's see what happens if I just use some of this as my base, these thingies. Yeah, it's too yeah, it's the wrong tone. I think I'd rather have it be green or some kind of a, you know, are these candles? They almost look like candles. I could light them up and put, because they have like a little spot in the middle of them. Are those supposed to be candles? Like he's got candles on the ground in front of him? Because they got like a little wick in them. It's weird. They almost look like they could be candles. Maybe I paint them as candles. That would be weird, huh? I'd have to paint the tips all yellow. Put a flame on them. Can't put a flame on them, but I mean like... What would be that? Like a yellowish... What color is it? Candles are kind of white, huh? Kind of yellowish white, off-white. Like a light, like maybe this color. They do look like candles. I'm serious. Like he's standing in front of candles. I don't know why he would be doing that, but they have wicks in them, and it's really weird. I thought they were like You did. I thought they were like... stumps growing out of the ground, but I think they may actually just be candles. I'd have to figure out the right color though, 'cause I don't think this is the right color for the candle. I mean, it might look like a candle. I mean, candles can be any color, right? But I mean, I felt like it needs to be more yellowy. Yellow-esque. But without being yellow. You know, yellow-esque-ish. Yellow-isher-esker. Let's see, maybe sunny skin tone. I'm bouncing around now. I'm just putting colors on everywhere. Let's see if that's more of a candle color. Maybe both. Get a little bit of my candle color mix. Maybe not. I don't know. Of course, the good question is, what time is everybody going to show up? They're supposed to be here at 4, but are they going to start showing up early? So I got to think about what friends I have coming over. I got a couple of friends that are actually pretty good at being on time. One that's probably more likely early, And another that's probably more likely late. So yeah, there's only 4 of them. 2 of them will be together. They're usually right close to on time. And then the other 2 is one's usually early-ish and one's late-ish. Let's see what happens. That means if somebody shows up early, probably the next few minutes, next 15 minutes or so, that would be early. And then we got somebody's late, which you won't know about them because I will have stopped by then, because the early person will have stopped me. So how do you paint small candles like this? I mean, I'm not talking about the outside. The outside's, the outside, whatever, but how do you paint the wick? Don't have a flame, right? I mean, it's going to be lit, so I'll probably put a little touch of yellow on the tip. And then I have to paint the whole thing like this, and then put a little orange on top of it. Probably a fluorescent orange with a little bit of yellow, maybe, just so that it looks like. Yeah, he's got a lot of these candles lying around. One here. Like I said, it's weird. I didn't know he had candles around. I thought they were just stumps, little pieces of wood sticking up from the ground, but I discovered their wicks. Now, I'm going to have to see. I guess I'd have to look at the original image of this guy. Try and go to Etsy and see how other people painted it, but I don't remember ever seeing the candles. Kind of makes sense they're only in front of him because the rest of this thing is mostly taken up by. Maybe that's part of why the snow is receding. Because it's. Oh, is there another one there? Look at that! I got a candle right here. It's another one right there. Tiny, tiny little one here. And painting your candles, oh boy. Like I said, the outside's easy, but I gotta light it up. I gotta probably paint the inside with a little bit of orange so that it looks like it's on fire. And then I gotta paint the tips. The wicks can be mostly black still, I think. I'm going to have to get enough bright yellow on the outside of the candle edges, inside walls, to make them look like they're lit. Yeah, that's going to be fun. And it's probably good Krampus isn't on here, because I would be struggling to get these painted right. Getting behind them like this. I think that's all of them. And yeah, this other thing here, I think it's supposed to be a rock, but it's covered in snow, so we'll leave it. Alright, it's 3:40. I think I am going to call it right now. we'll get to those candles at a later time, but I got to try to start getting myself situated for company. I think I've got most everything done, but you know, just so I'm not trying to wrap it up when they're walking in the door. And so, yeah, Krampus kind of worked a little bit more. Got his base a little bit more. Got the candles kind of starting to show. Still got Santa's stuff over here. Haven't done anything on Santa in a few days. He's probably next. I got 4 days left to get this done. Oh gosh. I gotta get Krampus glued together. So I gotta get these candles done. And then, yeah, whew, boy, lots to do. And Santa's got to get done. He's got to get glued together. I got to get his stuff going. They may not be 100% when I actually do the scenario, but ultimately I will finish them so that I can get them, you know, kind of on display or whatever, you know, into my cases. But until later, until next time, you take it easy.